Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I started the recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Off the Wall
Oh,
podcast.
wow. That's a fucking throwback.
No.
Damn. So, we're just chilling.
What do you call this?
Well, this is the Humorish podcast is what this is.
It?
This is just like, I don't know. There's only been one episode of it before, so it's really kind of unformatted.
Oh,
it's
really?
like, yeah.
What's the series name? Is it just like...
This is the Humorish podcast.
Oh.
It's just like the one-offs that don't really fit in like Noah Asked or I Don't Know Though.
Uh-huh.
Like almost like interviews, just kind of like with my friends.
Oh,
because I'm stupid and I think that my friends are real funny.
That's a shame.
So I had Ruben on here before, and then Ruben and Alex, and now I've got you.
Oh, for
Who
sure.
are you?
Hi, guys.
You're a voice that people like 10 people heard drunken one night.
Yes.
And now
yeah, hi guys. I'm Marlon. And I'm...
Do you want to say first and last name, social security number?
Social security, yes. Well, I'm illegal, so...
Can I have a piece of mail to verify address?
Yes, I'll send it all over.
Okay.
No, I'm Marlon Hernandez Soriano. And where did we meet, Jose? We met in college.
Yeah, we did. This
Oh,
feels funny. We're like, I turn on the mic and suddenly like you're just... Hello, yeah.
Hello.
My name is Marlon.
It's because I get way too loud, and
no, you're fine. Like you can be as loud as you want. It's leveled so you can literally yell, and you're fine.
No.
Okay. So yeah, well, no, we met in college at Kansas Wesleyan in Salina, Kansas.
Yes, yeehaw.
The middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeet, brother.
Remind me, how many people go to that school?
Like 2, maybe 3 now that. Well, no. Probably less now that we left.
Yeah, that's fair.
We were the only 2 that went to Kansas.
It's crazy. There was no one else.
They
weren't
lost
even
their
professors.
whole funding.
We were everything.
No, there's like 500.
I think it's actually 700.
700.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a terribly like small, but it's pretty. It's pretty down there.
Well, the whole entire campus encompasses like what, like 3 blocks?
Yeah, just like
it's really small.
It's no bigger than a park. It's no bigger than the parks in Salina.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
no, it's
well,
like all the big parks like Sunset and Jerry Ivy.
Okay.
Like it's no bigger than any of that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's really small.
Tiny.
How many people go to Central?
More than the people that go to Kansas Wesleyan.
Yeah. I was pretty sure the high school is bigger than the college.
Yeah, the high schools in Salina are, especially, well, they were remodeled.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say more on that.
No, sorry, I burped.
Oh, okay, you're good. No, so we met at Kansas Wesleyan. What was your major?
I was a musical theater major at the time.
Yeah, when would you want to do
that? Just the fact, I like performing. Performing's always been cool. So, like, I thought it'd be neato, but... I don't know. I've never really wanted to do like actual theater as a profession. I just thought if I might as well get a college degree, I might as well like have some fun doing it. Which is not what happened.
Yeah, let's talk about your story about.
It was awful.
How you ended up where you are now.
Okay, so like, I don't want to bash on anyone, but it was.
I mean, maybe don't say names. You could say like.
Yeah. I mean, no, like I love every single person I worked with. I just think it was just a mixture of a bunch of stuff that went bad, so we had to do a show called I Hate Hamlet, and that was a ride because
that was season 1, right?
Yeah, season 1, friends, and I think we all got depression for $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna make you
a semester, $20,000 a semester.
Is it really?
I believe so.
Jesus,
I think it's a $40,000 a year school.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not cheap to go there.
Is it not?
Well, it's not cheap for most people.
I'm such a fucking rich boy.
You and I went there for extremely low prices.
Yes.
All time low prices.
I'm so glad I got the coupon, man.
Yeah, dude,
it really
it's crazy.
Saved me a lot.
Yeah, no. So you went there because you got a bunch of talent scholarships, and
yes, it was only scholarships. Because I'm from Mexico, I can't get any like FAFSA or federal help.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what they told me. So they're like, here's a bunch of scholarships. And
Okay.
I was like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So you're from Mexico. When did you come to America?
When I was around 3, I moved to Houston.
Okay.
And Houston's a booty because we lived in the ghetto in Houston,
Mhm.
the lower parts. It's a gross place. I actually went back not too long ago, and I went to my old neighborhood, and like, you know how like you're young, you see everything like through rose-colored glasses, and it was like it wasn't that bad.
Mhm.
And then we were at a stoplight, and on like the right side was like a trap corner, which was a liquor store, but it was, you could tell it was a trap corner, and on the left side there was like a convenience shop, and then a lady just like takes down her pants behind it and just starts taking shit. And I was like, oh man.
Wow. So not great.
It was like the big city.
Yeah,
Is
so
wild.
okay, so you moved from Mexico to Houston. I mean, dare I ask why? Like, do you?
My mom was in love with my dad because my dad came to the States,
Mhm.
and he started working, and my mom was like, well, like, you know, like I want to be like with have my whole family together.
Mhm.
So she followed, and it helped that my mom's best friend also came down. So yeah, we came to Houston, and it was pretty not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the whole journey here, apparently I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, you
I
were
was
young.
like 3. So yeah, but we came down here, then my mom and dad had problems and they split, and then my mom and I came down to Salina because we knew, like, my mom's best friend actually moved into Salina first.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay, so then that led you all the way up here. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's such a wild story, and like to think that, I don't know, you're such a good person, and everyone thinks that
those
immigrants,
Mexicans are good.
everyone thinks that immigrants are just like these. I mean, not everyone. That's a very generalized statement, of course, but you know, in the political climate right now, especially, we've got someone in office. Not to make things super political, because I don't think either of us is super.
I'm not very
well-versed,
informed.
yeah. But as a general statement, I feel like the view on immigration right now is really negative, and so it's good to know your story and the context of that.
One of the good ones.
Yeah, you're one of the good ones.
No, I don't know.
That's such a ugh thing to say.
Yeah. It's
but-
been said to me before. It's really, because I don't know how to respond to it.
Mhm.
I also don't like telling people that I'm like an immigrant,
Mhm.
because they do treat you like they like super careful, and you know, I don't get easily offended,
Mhm.
but they like almost like get defensive about it.
Okay.
And I was like no, like I had a friend I ran into, I haven't seen him in a long time, and he's like I voted for Trump, and then he started like going on about like why he voted for him. Is like, look, I don't like, he's just trying to make sure that like it wasn't because he's like racist or anything
Mhm.
like that. And not if you vote for Trump you're a racist. Like, and like I was like, it's cool, man, you have your own political views, you have your own reasons for why you do what you do. And I was like, you don't have to like defend it, like you don't have to like yeah, I guess
You don't have
defend
to
your choice
explain
to me. It
yourself
was
on
like,
that.
yeah, okay, so I get it.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so do you find yourself in situations like that often, where like people treat you different because of it, or?
Only because, like, yeah, I don't know why. I think they think like I had a traumatic background, and I mean, it wasn't great, but like I came out just fine. But yeah, no, so people definitely like do treat you a little bit differently once they figure out you're an immigrant. Like at work, people don't know. Well, obviously the HR and all them do know, because they saw like my work permit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so
So you do have a visa then?
Yes. No, I'm not I'm not illegal, but
Yeah, no, I realized like we had mentioned just like, oh hey, I'm an illegal immigrant. Well, that's like we hadn't mentioned, it's like, no, you are here actually legally.
I'm
like you're allowed to be here.
Yes, I'm allowed to be here. And I don't know. I'm probably gonna hopefully go to Vegas, get drunk, and then marry someone and get my papers, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's the plan.
That's the ultimate goal.
The ultimate goal.
Like that's the end goal. And yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make it super political there. We'll draw it back. So you said, you know, people
yes, Wesleyan.
yeah. People I think you've had like a traumatic experience, traumatic life, and I think in a sense you have. I think in a sense
maybe I'm like super like psychologically damaged. My mom once told me that she like pulled me aside and sat me down. She's like, hey, like I just wanna like I say I'm sorry and that like I traumatized you. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I feel just fine.
Yeah.
And she's like no, because like you didn't grow up without a father, and that's like a definitely like it traumatized me when I like when my father left us and all that stuff. And like I was like, Mom, like it, I think like because my mom was like a dad and like a mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of have the same situation.
I have really similar.
So yeah, but I don't know, maybe I am traumatized, but I was like, I don't feel it. Like I feel just fine.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I have this belief, or not even belief, just kind of like a mild theory or an idea that people with these kind of trying backgrounds tend to do better in art and creativity. So you do music,
Yes,
really well, and you don't record it, and it pisses me off.
I do not.
You have some stuff up on your Instagram though, right?
No,
not anymore.
I took it all down.
Really? Why?
I think I have me playing Claire de Lune, and that's about it.
God damn it, Marlon. All right. Well, we need to work something out there. But no, do you think that in a sense like your creativity comes from a need to outlet?
I don't know. Like personally, I don't think I'm like very good at music, but I think that just might be like me as an artist. Like, cause you like once you're, or it's just like the whole like listening to yourself and like a recording that it just makes you cringe. That I was like, yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, no.
And I was like, is that pretentious or whatever?
Well, we do podcasts here and gameplays and I mean, Noah and I put out we estimated like somewhere around 4 hours of content a week.
Jesus.
And that's a lot of things. That's a lot of narcissism that's just like exploding everywhere.
That's the on my fucking Instagram. It's cool if we curse, right? Don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. On my Instagram, I have it. My fucking bio is a full-time narcissist.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel like sometimes. Because especially like, because I really love performing, but I really like performing in front of people. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll like sing in my room and practice and stuff like that. But I feel like I need someone to give it to. And so yeah, it's really weird. I don't know if all performers are narcissists, but I definitely am.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way. That's kind of why I picked up YouTube again. I feel like I've talked about this a million times, but I'm never sure if some of the things I said were recorded.
Oh,
like, and of course it's fine because right now we have like somewhat of a smaller audience, and so if people want to go back and listen, they'll hear it a billion times anyways. And then in like 15 years, if I'm still doing the same thing, I'll be like, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, and everyone in the comments is just like, you said it like 50 times in different episodes.
Well, like the whole Cato story of us meeting is because I remember we talk about it each time we've done a podcast.
Yeah, but each time it's been a different podcast.
Yeah, each time it's been a different podcast. But I was like, man, it's comical.
Yeah, let there be no illusion. This is not my first try at a podcast. It's like it wasn't just like, oh hey, yeah, I've got all this equipment just laying around. May as well.
Might as well do it again.
Yeah, no, it's been a whole thing. But no, so this last semester was really tough because I moved up here to University of Kansas. I was like, Kansas Wesleyan? Nope. And it being such a big place, there's not a lot going on as far as interaction with like people.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I found super odd is that even though it is extremely dense with population, the social activity is like at an all-time low, I feel like, because everyone on the buses has headphones in. People walking on the street have their headphones in, face down, looking at their phones, even waiting for the bus. Like nobody wants to talk to anybody. So I started like getting desperate and like reaching out and trying to like talk to anyone I could.
Yeah, that's super weird though. Like, cause you think that there's more. Well, like the idea would be that there's more people, more interaction.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not like that, because when I have like bigger city people come to, like, let's say Salina or something like that, and I wave hello to like a stranger, which to me is totally normal. But they're like, oh, do you know him? And I'm like, no, I just like, it's a formality. But I think that's super strange. I really that's the only thing, because I want to go to a bigger city, but that's the only thing that I find like kind of, I don't know, unappealing about a bigger city.
No, and there is something about like that, like literal small town hospitality where, and there's that difference, and you can tell when someone from a small town comes to a big town, because we all keep our heads low and try to like, we're nice to people at first, but then you get kind of beaten down with like just rejection.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, like there would be times like I would straight up talk to someone. I'd be like, so, you know, how's it going? Like, what's this? Like, I'll comment on something they're wearing or whatever. And they'll just like dead ass, like look at me, make eye contact, and just like put on their headphones or turn away or walk away or whatever. It's like that level of anti-socialism is something I've never been. Anti-socialism? That sounds like a political thing. That level of being anti-social is something I've never experienced before.
Yeah.
Because in the past, you're in a town that's small enough that pretty much everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
And like, and if you don't know someone, then like, you know, you can do the 7 steps to Ryan Reynolds or whatever, where it's like, you know, it's like, oh, well, I know this person who knows this person who then is related to that person.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you can do those steps super easily. Whereas here, everyone comes from different places. And I almost wonder if it's like a college thing.
Yeah.
Like, because this is legitimately like a college town.
Yeah.
And all of these people come from everywhere.
We're all just super angsty.
Yeah. and
so much hormone in one place.
There's so much just like wanting to fuck and fucking in
that
every
you just shut
inch.
down. You're overwhelmed by the sexual tension on the bus, and everyone just kind of shuts down.
Yeah, because of that. They're just like, oh, well, if I can't fuck someone, then I guess no one will fuck anyone. No, I had a point to this. I forgot it was. Oh, no. Because I got so lonely, I started creating again. I started doing YouTube as kind of an outlet. And that's kind of what I was wondering with you, if you had ever experienced something at that level.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm more creative when there's like I don't know, like loneliness to me seems kind of like a pain. You know what I mean? And I definitely think
exactly
like
what you mean.
art, yeah, like art is definitely like, to me, it feels like it's linked directly to pain, which it sucks.
Yeah.
But I like, when I don't have a lot of interaction, I write or I come up with some of my best ideas personally.
Yeah, no, I do the same like stuff. Like, I yearn for someone to perform for. I yearn for an audience, which is why I started podcasting, why I started streaming, why I started doing all that. And then I have a little bit of a marketing background, and so I know how to like pull into some of those ties to be like, hey, I know how to get a bigger audience. And something about having a bigger audience just feels better.
Yeah. Well, it's because like, I don't know about you, but like when you post something on Instagram, like the whole thing so where you get good. Likes, because what is it? Doesn't it
it releases dopamine.
Yeah, it releases, so you're addicted to it. It's a drug.
Yeah.
I saw that somewhere. I don't know where it was. But
it was probably on some study about social media addiction, which is real.
Yeah.
And all that. I wouldn't say that I'm addicted to social media. I'd say I'm trying to play social media at this point. So like,
oh, it's playing me, man. It always plays me.
Well, no, it always feels,
I'm on it all the time.
It's such a fun game to me. Like, just the idea. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because I do like, once I see it's like, oh, another person liked your photo, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't even matter who.
Yeah.
It's like,
especially if it's a stranger, because then you're like, oh, like, even a stranger cares for me.
Even a stranger likes me. That's how it feels like running a YouTube channel too.
Crippling.
Like taking Humorish and all of that, or like even I have like my small like photography business thing I do on the side.
Yeah.
Like getting people to follow that and like your stuff, that it's like, oh hey, I'm important. Like suddenly it's like everything, oh, it's all worth it. All this like time I spent.
All this time and energy.
All these like countless hours that we put into this. It's like, oh hey, suddenly it feels like it's worth it just because I got a like from a stranger, or I got a sponsor or whatever.
It was me. All of your likes are me on different accounts.
No. It turns out nobody's listening to this podcast except for you on,
I'll listen to it later.
30 different accounts.
I have to listen to it 3 different times. Was it like you have to watch a video more than like halfway or something like that for it to count as a view?
Something like that.
Oh my god.
For it to count for revenue, I think, actually. Which we don't monetize any of our videos on Humorish.
Really?
Yeah. No, well, we're small enough that I don't worry about it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's
like we just went up to like 27 subscribers, which is amazing, and a little happy dance. But it doesn't matter, you know? Like those views to advertisers and YouTube and whatever don't count. It's once you start getting thousands of views when things start counting. Back in the day, I don't know if it's exactly what it is now, but when I first started doing it when I was like 13 or 14 and like first started dabbling, it averaged out to about $1 per 1,000 views. So, you know, you see a video with 5,000 views, you got $5. You see a video with 500,000 views, that's $500, you know, and so on and so forth.
Really?
There's a sound.
Oh, what's
There's like a click. But no, like, so at this point, I'd rather just not bog down my viewers with ads, you know?
No, yeah, that's fair.
So just, you enjoy the content on YouTube completely free, ad-free. We get literally nothing out of it except for like the gratification of knowing that people are watching. I do this.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah. However, we do monetize the podcasts that go up on Spotify and stuff.
Oh, really?
Just for funzos, because we use Anchor.
Just because we need to eat.
Yeah.
Well, I like surviving sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and it's another thing. It's a numbers game. Like, all I see are analytics. I don't even get to see the people behind it. I just get to see numbers go up and all that, which then encourages me to like do more marketing, do more whatever, reach out, be more proactive, annoy people on my Snapchat, just like, hey, go fucking watch my thing.
See, like I'm like once because I know I will eventually. I just keep putting it off, like releasing music and stuff like that. I think I'd be afraid. Like I'd be afraid of releasing something. You know what I mean? And then like no one watching it. It's like because I'm not. I don't do well with marketing.
And you have to be a shameless self-promoter.
Oh man, it just hurts your pride, and I don't got much of it left.
Well, okay, so I'll put it to you like this. So it's better to think of your friends and family as free views rather than as people you know.
Oh, really?
So let me,
some advice.
Yeah, let me just try and like word that so it sounds less savage. Less like just like fuck your family.
Fuck your
just
family.
Like hijack their eyeballs.
You gotta use them.
Yeah. Well, and you do, because those views matter.
Yeah.
If you are actually trying to gain traction on anything, think of when you're looking for something on YouTube just to watch, or like looking up a specific thing. You usually trust the one that has more views, or the one that has more.
Yeah.
Any of that. So you are trying to get. It's like if you look at something, and even if it has like 560 views, which is a fair amount.
Yeah.
If you look at it versus something that has 10,000 views, you're just like, fuck it. And so in the range of things, seeing it, like having that extra 5, that extra 3 views, it does help, because those look better than 0.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It's true. Let me ask you something. Do you think you could handle being like an A-list celebrity?
No.
I
don't want to be an A-list celebrity.
You don't want to be an A-list celebrity?
No, hell no.
I was working.
I want to be like a G-list celebrity, like all the way down.
Like Jay Baruchel.
Oh fuck yeah!
No,
I would love to be Jay Baruchel level.
Jay Baruchel, I don't know. I think he's a B-list celebrity. He's been in enough stuff. Point, yeah. But no, like the other day, I was working, and you know how we obviously do theater, so we get stopped every once in a while. But
in a small town.
Yeah, in a small town. So, and I don't know. I think I'd like it. Maybe that's a narcissist in me, but I think I can handle being an A-list celebrity.
See, I say like G-list, and what I really mean is I could handle being an internet celebrity. I could handle being like.
You think you could handle being Pewdie out in the streets?
I think I could.
Really?
I really think so.
That he's practically an A-list celebrity.
At this point, yeah. I don't know though, because he's only famous to a certain demographic. Like, once you get...
But that certain demographic is intense.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
But that's the demographic we're going for on YouTube anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he like when I look at our analytics, it's which I like this. We are the 16 to 30 is the range that we go.
Yeah.
And the general ranges I believe are like they start at 6, so it goes like 6 to 10, 10 to 16, 16 to 20, and then so forth by like 4s. And so I like that we have the 16 and up, because to me that's better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to make kids content. I want to make content that people my age will enjoy.
Yeah.
But also stuff that subsequently does match a younger demographic. Not only because then it spreads easier.
Yeah.
But also because these are the people I relate to more.
Yeah.
You know, I want to relate to my audience. I don't just want to like put stuff out there and like cut it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the big difference between YouTube and doing like A-list celebrity stuff is. So Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, they make a movie. They like act on set for 30 or 30 weeks.
30
for like the 18 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're done. They don't have to interact on social media if they don't want to. They don't have to do all that.
They do have to do like a press.
They do have,
like
they have to do a press release, but that's
Yeah.
completely different from interacting with your audience.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
And so I'm more of being that personality, being a human being on the internet who's talking to an audience of people.
Oh, really?
Would you rather it the other way around? Because I feel like the other way around is a little bit more introverted, whereas this to me feels more like I am an actor of the stage, and then I go and I go to events and get sign whatever.
I don't know. I think I'd like being like because maybe I say that now, and then if it ever does happen, I'm probably gonna regret it. You know what I mean? Because you don't know, you don't know what you're trying to go for. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to go do like press releases and go do interviews. Although I think it might get tiring if people just keep asking you the same thing.
Yeah. No, and I don't know. I like the level of celebrity that say Funhouse, Rooster Teeth. I mean, Funhouse is part of Rooster Teeth, but so like the Rooster Teeth level of kind of celebrity, like where they're at right now on February 9th, 2019. Because I'm sure they're gonna get bigger, but like the way they explain it is, so they have like their merch and stuff.
Yeah.
And the guys who are in the Achievement Hunter office will go out, go to Disneyland or whatever. And they'll see someone who's wearing one of their shirts. And Gavin Free is probably the most popular, like the most celebrity-esque of the group.
Yeah.
Purely because he has gone and done so much more outside of like the gaming. He has like the slow-mo guys, and they just have the YouTube Red series, and he's worked on like Sherlock Holmes for all of the slow motion scenes. And so he's most likely to get recognized, but even then he can walk down the street and not have anybody know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Which to me is kind of cool. It's like, oh, he's famous enough that he gets recognized multiple times a week, but not so much that it impedes his life,
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like, eventually it might get old. Well,
whereas, like,
I think
Ed
it definitely
Sheeran,
will get old.
Like, do you think that he can walk down the street the same that most people can?
I mean, yeah, I know. I don't think he can, to be honest. I think. Well, I feel I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad, but then I understand it. And by like what I mean is like let's say songwriters that don't really get a lot of publicity, but like I don't know. Maybe I'm just narcissistic. I don't know where I was going with all that.
You just want to be seen.
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm like super ambitious right now, but once I like get it, it's definitely gonna be something that I'd like to take back.
Yeah, I understand that idea. Like, but I don't know. Maybe you'll make it big, and maybe you'll love it. Would you like? So do you want, if you got famous, 10 years, 5 years, next year?
Yeah.
What would you want to be? What is it most likely that you would get famous for?
Eating ass. No, I eat ass real good. No, I don't know. I really don't know. Not at this moment, because I'm still kind of
figuring it out.
Yeah,
you work your day job, come home, work
Come
out.
home, work out. That's all that matters, really.
Right now, you're just trying to get hot
Right
so
now,
that you can be famous.
right now, I want to get real hot. No.
See, that's kind of where I'm at. I was like, I'm about to be on camera a lot more.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be like a thumb, you know?
Yeah, no, it started off like working out definitely started off like man, I just like want to get more attractive so I don't have to approach people cuz I don't know if I can handle all that.
Yeah.
But then working out, I don't know, now seems more like kind of like an escape, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as dramatic, but I definitely like release a lot of anger and like or stress or anxiety or whatever. Like running per se, I hate running.
Yeah.
But I don't have the energy to be anxious when I'm tired.
That's fair. So you started working out pretty close to the time I started hitting it hard too.
Yeah.
Like about May, June-ish last year.
Oh no, I stopped for a while.
Really?
I picked it up 2 months ago.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know you
1 month
stopped.
ago. Yeah, I stopped for a while.
Well, you look good, first of all.
Thank you.
Which I've already
you
told
did too.
you.
You lost a lot of weight. I'm
yeah,
proud of you,
I lost
baby.
a ton of weight.
I know, like a ton of weight.
Yeah.
You were a fucking lard.
I was fucking gross. I was just super hideous.
I was like, he finally left. Thank God.
No,
Yeah.
like what set it off for me was like I just kind of looked in the mirror and then I looked at like a selfie. Like I was shirtless. So I looked at like a selfie where I was shirtless back in high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like I'm thick. Like I became a cuddly boy.
Cuddly boy.
Yeah, that's the nice way to put it. I felt fat.
I was a huggable man.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And you were getting a little thick there for a while too.
I was just getting thick.
Yeah,
It was mostly the stress eating.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time not working out
And a
just
lot of
kinda
time eating.
Yeah, eating. That's what's hard. Like you get to college and the best place to socialize is like the dining hall.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's so
that's where we bonded, I think, the most when we were during salads. Salads was a time when Ruben, Jose, myself,
and the rest of the group.
And the rest of the group, I guess there's like 5 of us, something like that.
6 of us?
There's a good amount.
Yeah.
All had one free slot. And our friend Ruben is a little thick too as well. He's a little thicker, and so he was trying to lose some weight. Or maybe not lose weight. He was just trying to be healthier. And we just all went to go eat salads with him.
Yeah. Well, what it actually kind of like, yeah, he ate salads. We did for a little while, and then we just started
and they were
waiting.
like, we're actually hungry.
Yeah. So like the dining hall was open all the time, but it had like certain slots, and this particular slot that everyone just so happened to have a free area for, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's really rare that you have a slot of like 6 random people to like all have this. Oh, hey, we all have this hour.
And we had it for like 2 years, 3 years.
It was like 10 to 11 or something like that.
Yeah, something weird.
Yeah, and then like from 11 to 12 or 11 to 3 or whatever they served lunch. But like that 10 to 11, they only had salads, and so that's how it got its name. But yeah, no, we spent a lot of time in the dining hall.
Yeah.
and then
we'd spend too much time. I remember
when we weren't at the dining hall, we were at IHOP.
Yeah, no, I remember I think the most I've ever I've been there for what am I saying? All right, the longest I've been at the dining hall was with Ruben, and we sat there from like when salads start, which is it's around like 10, right? 10 a.m. And we sat there till like 10 at night.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe not that dramatic. Maybe it was like 7 or 6. We sat there for a good amount of time.
That's a long time.
And we just,
skipping classes.
Yes. Yeah. Always, baby.
Oh, way to be.
It's the way to do. We'd skip classes once we we'd get to salads, and then we'd be having a conversation, and we're like, man, this conversation's way better than listening to like blank talk or whatever.
No, I remember doing that too.
Or it'd be funny because you would be like, man, I really don't want to go to choir, and so you'd like walk over and grab a brownie or a cup of milk, and chug it down, and then in my mentality, I was like, Jose, you could just tell him. You could just tell him you like accidentally ate dairy. You don't really have to do it.
Nah, I wanted to commit. I wanted it to be a thing that's like if he's like no, you can't leave, then I'm like, well, I'm about to shit my pants then. Yeah, it was basically seppuku.
That's why you always carry like a piece of like dairy around with you,
I
just
always
in case, as a get out of jail free card.
Just condensed milk in my back pocket. Just
some string cheese.
It's like how like spies used to have the cyanide pill and like the tip of their glasses. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, chew on that and get it taken out. I just have like a pill of like lactose
cheese. Yeah, just a piece of cheese. Always carry a slice of cheese with you.
Yeah, I have to replace it every couple weeks or so. It's all
no,
moldy.
I'll keep the same piece of cheese.
Cheese doesn't go bad. It's
gonna
ages.
Get stronger.
It gets stronger with age. But no, yeah. So we started getting in shape after you dropped out of college.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Is it okay for me to say that?
Yeah. No, I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I meant, yeah, you're probably not going to show this to your parents or anything, right?
Oh man. No, probably not. And if they do, they don't speak English. They're not gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
We can drop that out.
I'm talking too fast.
So before I left Kansas Wesleyan, or after I left Kansas Wesleyan, I decided to get in shape. And that was like a really hard process for me. Do you have like
yes,
an
I
issue?
think the first first 2 weeks are definitely the hardest when working out. And that's usually about the time anyone gives up, because then that's the time you'll get the most sore. And it's miserable. And
it's so bad.
It's miserable. Oh, you can't like move your arms or your legs.
I think that's why so many people have this like natural, what's the opposite of affinity? I don't know. Like they just don't like working out or running or anything like that, because I think they all just have that burned into their brain of like the first 2 weeks of working out.
They definitely have like a negative experience. Yeah.
Because then once you get past that, working out's not that bad.
I actually look forward to it sometimes.
I hella look forward to it.
But definitely the first week. I think once you get out of that, and I think it's just the fact that you go and you don't see any progress, and because progress is slow. It's definitely something you have to grind for.
I always tell people like that taking progress pictures is one of the most important parts of working out to me.
Oh yes,
because you will not notice any change.
No, well, you're with yourself all the time.
Exactly.
So unless people like point it out, you're like, oh yeah, like I guess I have like lost a bit of weight. But yeah, no, I definitely like taking pictures, because I used to be a super thick kid, and so once I did a drastic weight loss, I just lost a lot of weight.
Okay.
Real fucking fast during the summer, and I didn't notice it. And I thought I was still like thick, but apparently I was tiny, and I didn't even tell. And I was wearing like extra small shirts, and I couldn't tell that I was tiny.
You just like tight shirts too.
Yeah, I did too. But I was like definitely like bones.
Yeah. So what do you use for inspiration then to keep you going? Because I find
the Spider-Man soundtrack. No, I've been listening to that for a while. Definitely music. I last way longer when I have like good music. If I don't have it, I don't want to run. I don't want to do anything.
Okay. Like, do you have like an overarching like a goal that you aspire for, or like anything that like, because so working out and dieting are things that should be just life goals, not just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work out for 4 months, or I'm gonna diet, I'm gonna do keto for a month or whatever. Our bodies aren't designed for that.
We're not.
We're designed to have a set thing all the time. Like your body really loves rhythm and like those cycles. So like, what keeps you working out forever?
Well, for me, I just wanna look good.
I mean, no, that's a good goal.
No, yeah, because that's definitely my aesthetic. Like, I just want to look good in clothes and out of clothes. And but right now I'm just trying to turn it into a routine. Because then I don't have to use as much willpower, and I can focus on other stuff. Because right now it's definitely like it takes a lot of willpower of like going to the gym and then lifting, and then just keep doing that. So, but I'm just trying to get it to where it's a good routine. And right now it's to the point where like, oh, I enjoy going to the gym now, but it's still not necessarily a routine. So I do have to focus a lot on it. Yeah,
for me, like I schedule out everything. I have such a hectic life. If I don't schedule shit, then I just can't. Because I know a bunch of people are like, yeah, it's whatever. Like I keep all my stuff up here, and they like, tap on their temple. I was just like, I can't do that. I have classes, I have Humorish, I have workouts, I have homework, I have now a job. I'm gonna be working part-time.
Yeah.
But it's like there's so much, and people are like, oh, why don't we ever hang out? It's like, tell me exactly when you want to hang out.
Yeah.
I will schedule you in, and then I'll take care of it. But it's like I literally have to do that, and so I do the same thing with my workouts.
Yeah.
And I feel like more people should do that because I now treat it like a class. It's not an option. It's like, oh, hey, I've got, this class till this time, and then I have my workouts, and then I have that, and it's that way every day. I mean, I think it kind of goes on off days. So like, I work out 6 days a week. So 3 days a week, it goes at like 2:00, and then on the off days between those, it goes at 4:00 or something.
Yeah.
And that's just how it lines up with the schedule. With Noah and I, we work out together.
Yeah.
Which I guess will lead me to my next question of like, do you find it easier to work out alone or with someone else?
Like
if you had a choice.
I don't know. Sometimes I like working out alone, and I did for the longest time, and then I started taking friends, and I think it helps you. I think it pushes, because there's something like, especially when you're like everyone's gassing each other up, you're just complimenting each other.
Oh, that feels fucking great.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh yeah, like get it. I was like, oh, you killed that shit, or you could do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm never like super masculine. I think I'm a pretty toned back. I don't do any like the toxic masculinity kind of shit.
Yeah.
But like, that's the one time when I'm just like, I'm a fucking man, and I'm gonna like treat you like it. And Noah hates it.
Oh, really?
Because like, so when I started working out originally, like when I got, I'd say like the bug to like lift and all that, I was in high school, and so I worked out with the football players forever. I used to do like the 6 a.m.s with them. I wasn't on the team, but I do them, and the coach would be like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, I'm just trying to be fit.
Yeah.
And it's like back when I got like my fittest, I was doing those 6 a.m. workouts. I'd go to the pool, and because I was a lifeguard, swim 2,000 yards a week, and I had another workout that I do at nights. And so like I got like trim.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was trim, because I was doing like powerlifting. I got thick as fuck, like thick with C's.
Yeah.
And I had a fat ass. So I love that kind of like football player in the conditioning room kind of motivation.
I do too. I think there's something, and maybe it's not like a masculinity. Maybe I just like feel powerful, like in general.
I think there's a little bit of like a testosterone boost kind of thing.
Oh,
And
really?
not to say that like girls can't feel the same thing, because they have testosterone as well.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like there's that stereotypically male kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
If I worked out with a girl, I'd do the exact same shit to her. But no, Noah hates it when I'm like, boy, it ain't even fucking heavy, dude. You fucking got this. Yo, you ripped that out. Whoa, easy beast. Like all that shit.
Yeah.
But that's the shit that I love. It's like,
yeah, I do too.
It's fucking great.
And I probably get why Noah like wouldn't like it. Maybe it's because he probably didn't feel like it was like that much. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. The people that we go with, like, I don't think like my friend Kevin enjoys it when I do it to him, but I keep doing it to him, and he keeps upping the weight. Yeah. Also, we like kind of play like a game of chicken, and we're like, let's say we're benching. Okay. Then we're like, oh yeah, put another one. And then none of us know when to stop until like our arms are shaking, and then most of the work is by the person spotting you. Like he's bringing up the weight. He's like, fuck. But like it's definitely like we keep pushing each other, and I think it's better if you're gonna do heavy lifting, because then you'll have less of a chance to injure yourself because you have someone there. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely don't lift weights by myself. Yeah. Like I'll do like the machines and stuff.
I'll do toning. Toning's very like I could do that.
Yeah, and I'll run by myself. Although I hate it. I don't know. I'm a very social creature.
Yes.
I really like being around other people, especially like working out with them. I used to talk to someone who was like, "Why are you always at the gym?" I was like, well, "Why don't you come with me?" And they're like, "I don't want to go to the gym." It's like you're not talking to each other or hanging out. It's like, to me, gym is like intimate time. You know, I'm like, yo, I invited you to come work out with me, and like this is like my time to work on myself. And so to have someone there with me, to me, is just like, you should be honored, you know, like not,
not like dare you,
not quite like to that level of like narcissism. It's like I invite you to be in my presence while I improve
some
my
of my
body.
time, my precious time.
Yeah, but it's like I love hanging out with people at the gym, like or friends at the gym.
Oh yeah, And you definitely like meet a different community at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like bro kind of a community.
Yeah.
But they're all super friendly and encouraging. Because
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, I was super like anxious, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, people like genuinely will help you out, and I've like gotten a couple people give me like advice that like really helps out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think what helped me, another like reason that like I kind of like going to the gym is that it gives me a chance, because I go with like a group of 4, and
Mm-hmm.
we're like, even though we're not all 4 together, like
Mm-hmm.
we're all like, we have a set and we
Yeah.
like rotate
Okay.
until we have to do like squatting. Then
Mhm.
one of us, we partner up, and
Mhm. That's
but-
pretty cool.
yeah, but because it like 4 people seems overwhelming, but once you get it all figured out, but like it's definitely like a social time. We don't, even though we don't talk, we're just like around each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it like, it's like something I look forward to. I'm like, oh, like even when like none of us got to hang out, like we get to see each other
At the gym and all
Yeah,
that. That's really cool.
yeah.
Well, no, I like that though. Like, there's something about that like bonding kind of
Yeah.
experience. I went on a date at a gym one time.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was
Oh
awkward.
man.
Like, it was cool, except for she couldn't keep up with me, and I kind of I go hard.
You're like, keep up.
Yeah, I'm like fucking sprinting. I'm like, come on,
Come on.
No, but like that was weird. I wonder if it would have gone better if we hadn't. But
Wait, you guys went running together?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I'd be so embarrassed. I suck at running.
I'm not great at it.
Because I like to do it, but like sprinting. I like
Mhm.
sprint and then like like walk for like 5 seconds
Oh,
and
that
try to
shit's hard.
sprint, then walk for 5 seconds.
That's hard
and
as fuck.
sprint. But because I just can't do jogging.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, oh man, this is hell. Like,
Well,
why-
jogging gets easier. So I have a hard time jogging without music. I know a lot of people
Yes.
who can jog with a podcast on. I'm like, I just can't.
I can't. Yeah,
Like-
no, I tried.
Well, I don't have. I figured out what it is. I don't have an internal tempo.
Really?
People who like do cross country stuff and like listen, like you do marathons, they'll listen to podcasts during it because they have this great like beat inside of them. I guess they're like really good at keeping that like
Really?
just constant rhythm. And so it doesn't matter what's going on their podcasts
Mhm.
because their feet are hitting at the
So
exact
kinda-
same rate.
Kind of like an auto.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
autopilot.
Autopilot.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
No.
can't go on autopilot completely. Like
Mhm.
I have to like I'll zone out while listening to music, but the music sets that tempo for me for something to run.
Well, it's crazy because I've seen people like read while running,
Yeah, it's
and I'm
fucking
like,
nuts.
how? Like they'll bring like their little e-pads,
Mhm.
and they'll just like be running and then like scroll to the next page, and I'm like, I can't do that. First of all,
No.
I'll get dizzy
Yeah.
because I'll be staring at
Mhm.
like little words and they start moving.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
I've thought about like reading on like
It's the biggest flex though.
it really is.
It's a big dick
It's just
energy.
like yeah, guess what? You thought that me being like attractive and like in shape and
It
hot
is-
wasn't enough. I also have a fucking brain.
like, oh,
No,
man.
I can listen to podcasts while lifting though. Like that doesn't
Really?
require rhythm to me.
Oh man, I don't know. It, like, there's something about, because I wouldn't be able to. Maybe I don't know. Do you get pumped up with like podcasts?
Not really.
Oh, because I was gonna say like I need something that definitely like put me up, because I know
Mm-hmm.
when it's like about to be my turn to like lift like one of the
Mhm.
heavier weights or something like that.
Yeah.
I definitely like I'll
Mhm.
be like wait, and then like I'll open up my phone and like
Mm-hmm.
I'll be listening to the song, but I'll put it to the most like intense part
Yeah.
of the song, and I was like, this is really gonna help.
Yeah, you're
me.
like right here at 34 seconds. It's like it starts to pick up.
And it does. It definitely helps me like. Well, it's not that I couldn't beforehand, obviously, but
Yeah.
like it definitely
It puts you in the mindset.
it puts your will. Yeah, you're willing
Yeah.
to push yourself even further than you
Mhm.
thought you could go.
No, I love doing that with. I've been listening to Grandson lately. I think that's the name of him or the band. He's got like a bunch of like good like metal kind of riffs, but it's like metal electronic rap.
Really?
It's kind of like the things I'd kind of put it in. It's just good. It's got these like sweet heavy guitar riffs
No, yeah.
and stuff, and it's like burning down, with like the drums in the background. I'm like, yo, this is fucking, and like the drums are always like this good like, and I'm like, well, that's "We Will Rock You" by Queen, but you get
But
like
it's
it,
good. Yeah.
it gives you like a good like rhythm to go to, and that
Yeah.
stuff gets me fucking
Oh,
pumped.
see, I love it when I'm like overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
When like I was saying, I listened to the Spider-Man soundtrack, the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Because I mean the songs are okay, but I definitely love the instrumental. Because there's like a power. I think that's the name of the song. And it has this part like where it's just like a break of instrumental, and it just slowly starts like layering, and there's like synths start coming in, bigger drums, and I'm like, oh my god,
You love that build?
I love like a big overwhelming, and then I'm overwhelmed at the peak point, and that's
That's really cool. No, I like that. Music definitely helps me get pumped. Podcasts pump me in a little bit of a different way. And when I say podcasts, the kind of things that I listen to aren't like, I don't listen to like the business podcast or like figuring out what's going on with the NASDAQ or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I listen to like NADPod, which is not another D&D podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I just started listening to one called Dungeons and Daddies.
It's funny.
Yeah. It's like, it's funny stuff, but they also have these moments in there that are legitimately like badass. I'm a fucking dweeb, so they're badass to me. Someone else is like, wow, you're goddamn disgusting. Go use your acne cream. Which I don't need. I don't have acne. Fuck off.
Plenty of water.
But yeah, I drink so much water. My skin's so clear. But no, like there's just one that I listened to that I remember specifically pumping the fuck out of me when I was like lifting one time, where this particular character, who is a strong character, was rolling to see if he could hold back an army basically on the other side of a door.
Oh, I listened to that one.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yo, it's so fucking good.
No, I get what you mean.
But
it's dramatic as hell. It's so cinematic.
Well, and they create soundtracks for the episodes specifically. Like the
one of the players
makes the music, which I think is fucking great. So like it's cinematic in that anyways, and they edit down so like the timing's really good. But no, so just to plug it really, really quick. So what's happening is he's holding back an army on the other side of a door, and he's like, "Can I hold the door back?" And he's like, "Roll for it," and he just keeps critting. He just keeps rolling 20s, and it's so fucking badass. He's like, the DM's really good at like painting a scene too.
Yeah.
So like. He's like, they push back, you hold it shut. It's like, you roll again. And it's like, all right, they push, and the door gets knocked off the hinges and broken off. But you dig your feet into the ground, and anime style, the ground starts to crunch around you as your calves flex more than they've ever done before. And then he chimes in. He's like, I yell, "These are the quads you wish you had. These are the calves you cannot contain." And I shove the door back onto the hinges. And it's like, it's so fucking badass.
Yeah.
And I think I was doing squat when that happened. And so I was like,
these are the calves you can't contain.
Because like he's saying these things, and like this thing is so beautifully painted, and I'm doing squat, and so it's essentially the same workout. He's like, "Rah," and I shove it back on the hinges, and I'm like, fucking,
let you destroy my world.
It's the most dweeby thing, but like that's the only time like those podcasts kind of help to pump up. I definitely think music is better, but as far as like advice for people to like start working out, definitely just find some high energy music. Or something.
Beforehand, I think like you could definitely like, when you start, like when you're gonna work on anything, I think it's like good to prepare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like put yourself in the mindset beforehand.
Yeah.
Like in the car, I'll either listen to like some crazy like loud upbeat music. But I also listen to motivational speeches. Like I don't know why Steve Harvey, but he has like he has like a really good motivational speech.
Okay.
He's like, and like it really like builds it up. It's like, and then you're willing to get more done, because I try to work out around 40 minutes, like because it's high intensity, low workout to get like better results, or so I've heard. And I definitely just try to like pump myself up so I have so much energy, and then I just go in there and get everything done. Yeah. But yeah, no, motivational speeches like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't want to say his full name. It's long.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I always mispronounce it.
Yeah, you're fine.
But yeah, he has really good ones. Steve Harvey has really good ones. But I definitely like, and I got that from my friends who were pretty big, and they told me like, yeah, if you start listening to like motivational speeches, you'll just like change your entire perspective.
Yeah.
You're willing to do more.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, I remember when I first started, I was afraid of weight. And I'm glad that I continued. I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like it can be really daunting to go to a gym and stuff too. I'm sorry for people in our audience who don't really care about the gym. We've just gone
We've
on
been
like
talking about this for a while.
we've gone
It's
on like
my
a
passion.
30-minute. Well, it kind of has been my passion for a while. It's the thing that like helps keep me going sometimes.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wow, today was fucking shit. Like I could have like some shitty morning, like I missed a paper, I missed whatever, got bad grades. Which doesn't generally bother me, but just as general for other people if that's like bogs you down. But when I go to the gym, it's like this is me time. This is like spa day with the girls, but the girls are my fucking calves. So I'm just like going in there and like fucking beating the shit out of them. It just feels good to release all of that. And I will clarify, I don't super like running or like doing those high intensity workouts, but I love the feeling afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, because everyone's like, oh, I fucking hate running. I don't think a lot of people love just running for hours.
I don't know. Have you experienced the runner's high?
I have.
I think at that point it's cool because you're just like, I could just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to stop me.
Well, the problem with that is I actually try to avoid runner's high.
Yeah.
Because
it's not healthy, but.
Yeah. Because once I like achieve it, once I reach it, I'm going until I fall over is kind of what that is. Because it's like, oh, well, if I stop, I'll never get this back. You know, it's like, all right, well, you know, I may as well just keep going. Enjoy it, yeah. And so I was working out with Noah the other day, and I got like, I was edging this runner's high, right? For those of you at home listening, I was jerking like a phallic object. But no, I was like edging this runner's high, and I like had to stop. I was like, hey, I'm gonna walk for a couple laps because if I know if I break through that, my body just like releases all of its energy and starts to just like push through. And I'm like, if I do that, then I'm dead for the rest of the workout. And we have so much more to do. We've only been here for like 30 minutes. Usually our workouts go an hour, sometimes an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because we spend the first half of it running.
Yeah.
Which for him, Noah's excuse for running is like, oh, well, I want to get like my circulatory system better and like, you know, better my lungs, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because he never worked out before.
Yeah.
He's just starting it. He's doing really well, actually, because we're past that 2-week point and he's still happy.
Does he crave it yet?
A little bit. He does. Once we're at the gym, he will. It's super nice that he'll actually push me to do some more.
Oh, really?
Like I'll be like shit, man, we just ran so much. And I was like, let's do abs and go home. And he's like, but what about like upper body? I'm like, all right, well, let's go look for a bench.
It was like, fuck.
Well, no, and that's good because then like I'll do the same to him where the other day we went to the gym, we ran, and then went downstairs and we were going to do abs. Or no, we were going to do legs, but I couldn't find anything to do legs. And so he's like, hey, this is open. And so we did arms. And then something opened up for legs. I was like, hey, we're going to do that. And he's like, all right. And so we did legs, arms. And then I went over and we passed, I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's the thing where you hold yourself up with the bars and you do the ab workout. You, lift your legs up to like L-sits and stuff.
Yes, and you could also do dips on them.
You can't really do dips on these ones, but there's another set there.
Oh,
but
I think I know what you're talking. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah,
I don't know any of the names of the machines.
I don't either.
I just gotta do them.
Yeah. So we were doing. We walked by and I was like, all right, and I climbed up on it. And he's like, on top of that, I was like, we do abs every day, boy. And so, that's my thing. Like, I'll work out, but no matter what, I'm always gonna do abs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because core is one of those things you can work out every day.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely
only
something
you do different workouts.
Yeah.
Though.
We do Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, almost every day. Yeah, I think we only have 1 or 2 days where we don't do it. But yeah, no, thanks to like Athlete X, he has like a great app and it kills your shit. Like,
really? An app?
Yeah, it's an app and it's like 6 minutes. 6 minutes of high intensity workout. And it works really well. But I definitely think like I don't know. I haven't read much into how much like you can actually do abs. I know you can do it almost every day. Is what I believe.
Well, like that's what I always heard. It's like you can do different workouts, or you can work out abs every day so long as you're doing different workouts.
Really?
Because otherwise, it's like muscle memory starts to kick in a way, and like you actually are not making gains.
Is that an actual thing? Muscle memory?
Well, muscle memory is a thing, yeah.
Oh.
But like usually it pertains to like, you know, if you can do something without thinking about it, like that's muscle memory. But there's something I heard, and I don't know how true it is. It's just what has helped me, and my stomach's gotten more tone. So I mean, it's working. Yeah. But you can do abs every day, but you can't do the same workout 2 days in a row.
Really?
So that's just kind of the rule I go by. I usually have like 3 or 4 that I go through. So it's like one day we're gonna do like main core, so we're just gonna do like L sits and like hold those kind of stuff, and then we're gonna do obliques, and then we're gonna do side planks, and then we're gonna do side dips or whatever, and like just work all those kind of things. But no, we've been going for an hour.
Really?
We've been talking for a long time.
Are we really?
Yeah. I don't want to wrap it up because I really like
all about
talking.
working out.
Yeah, well, half of it was.
Yeah, that's bro.
Yeah, we'll have to have you on another time though, because I don't know. I want you to come up here more often.
The Lawrence?
Yeah,
It's
or move here.
Hell of a drive.
I know it's a hell of a drive. Just move here. Fuck it.
I'll move here. Well, I was thinking about it. I kind of want to move into like a bigger city, and I was like, well,
I'm here for another couple years at least. Come on.
Yeah, I'll just be here tomorrow.
All right, do it. Let's go.
Okay.
I have an apartment you can rent out.
What? No. It's a super nice apartment, by the way.
Oh yeah, thanks.
For everyone looking at it.
But no, thank you guys for listening. This has been the Humorish podcast. It is probably going to be in a place of I don't know though. I'm sorry that you guys aren't getting I don't know though this week, but or maybe you will. I don't know.
I don't know
though.
I don't know though.
Follow Marlon on Instagram.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's your handle?
I don't know my own handle.
It'll be linked down below.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at the.joey_.
There you go.
It's
I chose like a computer generator.
Is it really?
So it's like super long.
And
I'm
you can
like,
change it.
I'm like, yeah, that'll do.
You can change whatever you want.
I think it's my whole name.
Oh my god.
I think it's like Marlon Hernandez Soriano, like squished together. I was like, yeah, that's fine.
We'll catch you next week. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah.